All right, welcome everybody to the presentation of text-to-software and Chat GPT. My name is David Long. I'm the CEO of SAGETEA Software. I'm here with Neil Williams. Neil, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yep. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining the demo today. Should you have any questions as we go through, please don't hesitate to raise a hand and we'd be happy to address them.
All right, we'll get started. All right. So first, the problem. Software development, and this is before even AI came along, is a risky and expensive process. And in software projects, it's common that budgets take, they get overrun, schedules take longer, and generally coding is just risky and expensive. And now that artificial intelligence has come along, this type of coding is the most complex you'll ever do. The problem actually has become even more challenging. So what do you do now? So here's the solution. Low-code AI. In this demonstration, we'll show how you can use Chat GPT to generate a SAGETEA prompt, and using that and text-to-software, you basically have a way that you can name the topic that you're interested in, put the result into text-to-software, and then you can finish designing the low-code application. And this is like having an expert consultant on your team, and that new ability with Chat GPT really puts an incredible new way to de-risk and make software projects go much faster and better. All right, so here's the prompt. Now, this is the giveaway. Okay, we've developed this prompt to talk to a Chat GPT. You basically put this thing into the GPT tool, you name the topic that you want, and it will actually generate a text that you can feed straight into text-to-software, and it will make the app for you. So if you're interested in naval shipbuilding, it will give you a description of how to do naval shipbuilding, and it will tailor it so it'll fit perfectly into text-to-software. Think of anything that you need, use this prompt, you put it in at the end, and it'll do it for you. Okay, and we're giving this away. So anybody at the meeting here today, if you take one thing away, take this piece of text, because you can put it into your own Chat GPT account and you can make what you need to use our tools here very easily. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play the video. Now, I just did this one yesterday, and this one is designed around doing inventory control on marine environments. So here we go. So I'm just getting set up here. So this is SageTea's Chat GPT account, and I'm going to log into it. So we're logged in now, and I'm going to take the prompt and I'm going to put it in. So that's that text that I showed you. And I'm going to ask it to tell me everything it knows about marine inventory control. And it's going to do it in a way that it will be read automatically into text-to-software. So you see there, it's talking about elements, groups, states, activities, and then it's describing or explaining each of these things and what they would be for managing the inventory on a ship. So that's one version. If you don't, it works better in some cases than in others. And when you regenerate, it will do different formats of the same output. And you can try different ones to see which will get you a better result when you import it into text-to-software. So in there, the prompt says, give me 50 examples of elements. And so on the second time round, it actually gave me 50 of the most important things that you'd care about if you were managing the inventory on a ship. It's describing the different states that a ship goes through, and activities that would be going on if you were on a ship. I think I've been on ships maybe twice in my life. So if you'd asked me these questions, I probably would have not known. But that's actually the point. With GPT, you can ask it just about any question, and it will tell you what a very good answer is. And you know, what could you not find out through this tool? This is important because if you're just using GPT, yes, it will make you some expert text, but what are you going to do with it? And that's why we designed the SAGETEA prompt, because it will tailor the output in a way that it can now be fed into text to software. And with that, you can actually make a software application out of that. And that's what you're going to see in the next part of this demo here. Okay, it seems to be done. Sometimes it stops. It just doesn't finish the output. It's not a big deal. The content that you have in the text here is good enough that you would get the application anyway. Okay, so now we're going to go into text to software. We've got a test application here. We're going to take that text, and I set this up already. We'll take that text and we're going to read it in, and we'll see what it produces. This is our inventory application here. We're installing it. So when you load an application, you need to log out and log back in. Here you can see what it looks like. This is for managing inventory. Okay, so now we're going to read in that text. And import it. So there you go. So remember, marine inventory control. That was what we asked GPT to tell us about. It produced some text in the SAGETEA format. And look, now we see in here, marine inventory control. It's in the list of states there, in the list of activities, and you see there in the list of groups, which is like a form. All right, so we went from a question about GPT, tell me about marine inventory control. It told me everything I needed to know, and it put it into a text file, and we read it into text to software, and it read it, and it's produced now this simple workflow, which you'll see next, right here. Okay, so it extracted the words lubricants, fuel, tools, parts, spares, and equipment from the question that I asked about how you would do inventory management on a ship. Produced the text, we read it into text to software, and now it's produced this form. Now I know there's just 5 fields here, but this is just to give you the idea. of how it would work, starting with a question to an AI. Tell me something about this topic. It gives you an answer in a way that it will go into the tool. You read it in, and now it's produced the fields for you and the start of a workflow. Using text to software, you can then build it further, and everything you do from this stage on is done using low code. And we've done all this in maybe 4 or 5 minutes. You could use this approach for anything that you can think of in business or anything and produce software. So that's how GPT works with text to software, and this feature is available now for people who are interested in it. Okay, so that's the demo. And next, we'll move on to the app. So the app that we use for this demo is called Real-Time Inventory. And if people are interested in it, it can be bought. You can go on cloud or on premises. It's about $4K per month. And everything that you saw here comes with the tool. And if you're interested in trying it, just send an email to trynow@sagetea.ai, and you can try it for a month for free, and then you see the price there. And it's customizable. So if you're interested in marine inventory control, by all means. But you could manage any kind of inventory with this. If for aircraft, if you're managing warehouses for anything, any kind of inventory at all. And what you're seeing here today could all be managed and built using AI. Okay. For investors, we are doing a capital raise, and to set up a meeting with us, just send us an email to that email address, investment@sageteaedge.com. Neil, do you just want to say a few words about our investment round?
Sure, yes. First of all, thank you everybody for attending this demo of our new text to software Chat GPT release. We will be doing more demos in the future as well, and we'll be sure to invite all the participants here today. But our suite of cutting edge AI products is essentially revolutionizing the way that businesses approach software development. As we bring these products to market, as well as other AI products that we've designed for specific market segments, we are also raising capital, as David had mentioned. So if you're interested in learning more about the company and what we're doing, we'd be happy to provide a pitch. So please don't hesitate to reach out and set up an appointment with us. And once again, thank you again for your time and attention today. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Neil. That is the end of the webinar. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. There's Neil's contact information and mine. Does anybody have any questions?